Welcome, welcome. My name is Audrey. You're watching the Matrix Oracle, and in particular, the full moon in Capricorn happening June 21st, 2024. So this is the cosmic dance. That's what I call it. This is the dance between all the planets, but we're paying particular attention, especially today, to explain and tap into the dance between the moon and the sun. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. So, I'm loving this. So the dance between the sun and the moon, all right, all the third eye, unveiling the illusion of our reality, understanding how powerful we are as a spiritual being, not just a materialized physical being. We are here for the full moon in Capricorn, following the cycle of the new moon. So the new moon was in Gemini, and we are really claiming our dreams, claiming into manifestation, and realizing that this is our birthright. Everything that you've always craved is really something that you can draw in. Yes, welcome, Aurora. So now, after 14 days, we're going to hit the opposition. So new moon, we have this merge between the sun and the moon in the third eye. We have the seed of intention. I want this. This is what I want. And then we have the dance. So the moon just goes, and when we're in opposition, so that's what we have. We have this strong, opposition here that is here. Okay, now, what makes a certain full moon, more intense, aside of your personal chart, is the sacred geometry. So I don't remember any full moon thus far that I've seen as a yod. Let me explain what is a yod. It's also called a finger of God, and that is pointing at something interesting and important. This is created here with the line of the rising, so the energy of becoming. We are rising, grand rising. Every day we rise. So here the full moon is saying every day we rise. It's important to what? It's pointing at the sun. The sun here is in the first degrees of Cancer, okay? And Cancer is all about becoming your own healer, becoming your own guru, activating the parts of you that knows how to heal yourself. Like I was listening to something this morning that was saying, when you're sick, your request of feeling better is actually sending this request to your whole entire body, which has divine intelligence and will know how to rectify itself. It holds that type of wisdom. Okay, so here, we're starting, also with the, for me, it's summer solstice. For some of you, it might be the winter, okay? But it's still a solstice. It's still an energy here where we are balancing the energy between light and dark, okay? So there's going to be a lot of yang energy that is going to be born. Okay, so a lot of yang. Now, let's go back to the yod. You have this with your becoming that is pointing at the sun, the things you know about yourself. And that means that to discover your own healing abilities, you have to trust just in the basic process that you hold as divine intelligence. And as you maintain that frequency of knowing, things are going to be revealed to you, especially because this sacred geometry is also in alliance with the Pluto in retrograde here. Okay, still going to the sun. And this is working with the law of resonance. We're trying to figure out what we're holding inside ourselves that is in dissonance with becoming our own healer, becoming aware of our true potential. Because remember, we're trying to manifest, claiming and pulling in, not chasing our dreams, but claiming and gravitating it towards us. Okay, and so right now, 14 days later, for the full moon, you're getting a lot of energies that are bringing more clarity, trying to bring more light in terms of what you're holding inside of your vessel that might be in dissonance to your becoming. Okay, so that means you hold the map, you hold the blueprint of manifesting everything that you ever wanted. Now, with this cycle of the new moon in Gemini, now into the full moon of Capricorn, we're really kind of like pulling out some of the dissonance as far as the frequencies, the beliefs, and the frequencies you hold. It's a bunch of experiences that you've had. And where is your major focus? Do you think life is hard, or do you think life is joyful? Do you think this or that? Okay, so a lot of like the mesh of all your belief system, they kind of like lead to a major frequency. Okay, and that's what we're learning right now with this full moon in Capricorn. It's saying, okay, so you're holding a bunch of frequencies. What are the ones that are going to lit up the path towards your dreams, towards everything you've been wanting to manifest? And what is really rare, by the way, some of you, if you have yods in your natal chart, it's like a tension line. It's like if you're going off alignment, it's going to zap you. Zap, okay? Especially because it's like in between and it's going towards a direction. It's like, I'm going a little off alignment. Oh no, I can't. Oh, I can't. So the way that it's even more powerful is that the yod is here, but right in opposition to the point, we have the moon. And that, in sacred geometry, that's not the only sacred geometry that holds this type of potential. But when a planet is here in opposition to the yod, it actually creates breakthroughs. That means you have not only this tension here to go this way, or tension here to go this way, but you also have the support of that opposition with the contrast. So, and that means right now, you can go from one end to the stick very fast. And some of you, if you watch a little bit of Abraham Hicks, okay, some of you like the channeling of Abraham Hicks, they talk about this as far as, you know, the stick of your desire. It holds the same vibration of what you want and what you don't want. So which end are you going to focus on? Okay, and that's really strong here vibrationally, as far as bringing you clarity on especially the things that you need to heal. Okay, so that means like your experience has also a lot of wisdom, and that's something that you won't see here because sometimes this type of chart doesn't show everything. You're scared to open it. Don't be scared. Just, you know what, if some of you are scared of any type of breakthrough, because I can understand this, know that it's almost like an anxiety of not knowing what's coming next. But what I would suggest, and it's always worked for me, is that I would ask my higher self and my higher guidance, please let it be smooth. Let it be in a way that doesn't feel too contrasted. Okay, so you can actually request. When you know you're on the verge of a certain breakthrough, you can request your higher self, your higher guidance, your spirit guides, your spirit team for things to come in a more easy way. Okay? Well, you don't need to call in the aliens. Just call your higher self and your connection to source and connection to God. You can just connect to the highest light. Okay? So what I wanted to continue, and here we don't see it, is that we have a north node here, okay, and that means this in Aries. That's collectively right now, this is the degrees of Aries that speaks of building the foundation, going towards the planning and the organization of how to manifest our dreams. That's where everything and everyone is right now. Now on the opposite there, we're in Libra, okay? So in Libra, so 10th house, very close also to the MC. This is your public life. And something you don't see is that the North Node is creating this dotted green line as well towards your public life. And what that means is that a lot of us right now are going to feel some of the discomfort. If you're not in the place that you're meant to be at, it's going to feel like zzz. So some of you, if you're feeling a lot of like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore, I can't do this anymore, this is the tension line. And what the universe is going to ask you is, what is it that you can't do anymore? Because remember one thing, sometimes it's not just the job, okay? The opposite of the North Node is the South Node, okay? And it's going to be here in those degrees in the 10th house. And that means that right now there's a lot of people that can be feeling this, especially in terms of what they're doing in terms of work, okay? But remember, some of you might know this type of lesson with relationships. Okay, sometimes we're in relationships and we're like just running away from really understanding what's happening in the relationship, and often we attract other people that are going to recreate the same thing. And that's going to be the same principle with work, okay? So that means just pay attention to some of the things that you're dissatisfied with, okay, in terms of your work. Because on the opposite, you can focus more on the feeling of freedom. You know, I realized that part of all my journeying of different jobs that I had, okay, there was only one thing that always was my weakness, was the people I was working with. When people ask me, well, you sound really amazing, Audrey. I was like, I think I am, because I'm highly dedicated and motivated. But the environment and the people, if I did not feel inspired to get up and go to any job, whether it was just to answer phone calls or to manage whatever, that was my point of break. And I would never stay, no matter what the money was, because getting up and being enthusiastic and being joyful about doing whatever it was that I was given as a responsibility was something that I nurtured. And from that point of vibration, this is how I managed more and more of position that led me to feel content. And that led me to manifest certain aspect of my reality. So realize that's the same thing in everything you want to manifest. Rehearse the feelings. Rehearse the feelings that you want and make sure that you can implement them no matter what the circumstances are. Because right now, that's what the tension is. Right now, what is the MC here, okay? This is actually a degree. If you count the degrees from Aries being number 1, 0 to 5, number 1, this leads us to 33. So 33 here, this is all about your structure. This is Virgo here. It wants to show you the blueprint of your structure. And that means part of your structure means that you are the one walking into a room with your frequency. And you hold that frequency. You're able to maintain your frequency no matter what the external experience is. Because that's when you actually shift things, is that when you're just bringing that frequency into a field, okay? So some of you, this is something that I do and help you with when we do the meditations together. Some of you, if you are interested, we're going to meditate for the full moon in Capricorn tomorrow at 6 p.m. So there's going to be also the solstice energy, so that's going to be amazing. If you want more detail, go into my bio link, or you can just DM me and email me. So that's what we're seeing here. There's a lot as far as vibrational test. We're being tested in our ability to maintain our frequency, to maintain the frequency. Where are you tuned in this morning? What frequency are you tuned in, turned on? Because what you want to manifest, the solutions to get there, they're on that frequency. If you're on that frequency where everything sucks, the solutions for that frequency, aka also timeline, they're not a vibrational match. So you can't find the solution to get there. You need to be in that at least closer in vibration, so you're being pulled toward that magnetic energy. Okay, so that's what we have for this full moon in Capricorn. A lot of push and pull. Understand this. And some of you, I have a great frequency to rehearse. Actually, it came up in my mind this morning. Now I know why. I have a law of attraction and sacred union frequency. This is my go-to for when I feel dissonance between what I hold as a frequency. Okay, this is my go-to. Some of you just try to rehearse with this. It really clears your vibration. It clears your vibration of some of the negative conditionings, so you can have more access. Remember what I was saying, like the solutions to your dreams and to everything you aspire. If you're on that frequency here, you can have the solutions, but you can have the ideas, the creative insight. So that frequency helps you at least to raise this, because you're clearing some of the lower vibration and can get closer. So then you can attune to that type of energy and get those downloads, because there's a lot of downloads that are coming through, a lot of downloads that are going to help you to activate your own beingness. Here we're entering soon Cancer season, becoming your own healer. And I told you at the beginning, this is already inside of your cells. Your body knows this. It's more of what your mind believes or doesn't believe it can do or cannot do that is in the way of this activation. Okay, so some of you, if you're going to want to meditate, if you have Cancer placement in your chart, that's really good to join the group. We're going to do a lot of clearing as far as the pathway for you to be in harmony versus the dissonance of this. Now, I just feel called to talk about also this last thing with Jupiter, quincunx. So again, the green dotted line, which feels a little bit electric. Those degrees here of Jupiter are talking about commitment. And that's something that I've been hearing a lot, is that even if you don't see the light of your solution, how to go about this, stay committed. Stay committed. Do your meditation in the morning or in the evening. Take some time to breathe. Take some time just to unfocus when you're feeling overwhelmed. Take some time just to use the tools you know that help you. Because here Jupiter wants to expand you. Okay, it wants to expand you, and the way it's connected to this public life that you want to manifest, it requires you to have structure. It wants you to have structure. What birth sign is in Jupiter? There's no birth, well, here is Gemini. So right now Jupiter is in Gemini. This is all about the lovers. That's the card of the lovers. So that means working in harmony between your intuition and your rational mind, your yin and your yang, your feminine and your masculine. This is why you're required to have commitment. When you have commitment, then you will start having clarity on your purpose, on everything that you need to unbecome, stop believing and come into your daily life with the frequency of what you want to be a match of. Okay, so instead of having to work harder towards what you want, your desire pulls you. You don't always have to be the one like with that energy, just your vibration creates the magnet. So think more of your desire as something that you want to be pulled towards, not chase. Okay. All right, if you have any questions, especially around the music or any type of thing that I offer, please feel free to email me. I am thematrixoracle@gmail.com, or you can just DM. Thank you so very much. What's the frequency you rehearse to clear? It's called the law of attraction. I will post it in the stories. Yeah, that's my go-to as far as if I feel like misaligned, if I feel a lot of push and pull. If you feel a lot of push and pull, okay, that's a great frequency for this. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for being here. Namaste.